The Central Warriors and the Lakeside. I'm sorry, Coach. What's Lakeside's mascot?
It used to be Golden Eagles.
Well, we're going to call them the Golden Eagles and apologize, Lakeside fans. So I'm Joey McCassin on play-by-play. I've got with me here Coach Rob Wright. We're going to pause for the national anthem. And there's people that are on social media about the election, but you know what? We got football. That's what's really important.
That's the common denominator for tonight.
So we got a matchup tonight between the 8th grade Central Warriors and the 8th grade Lakeside Golden Eagles. So, Rob, this isn't necessarily a spot that Coach Jones and Central thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. They're usually playing for the championship, but nonetheless, this game has some importance. It's for third place. So they're going to come out and play hard, I'm sure, either way.
Oh, you're going to bet you $5 they're going to come out playing hard from whistle to whistle. Yeah, it was just kind of another thing. You know, it's 2020, kind of an odd year. Things going on and up and down. Don't know what to expect. I wouldn't say a new normal, but you've had to function as if it's a new normal. Rule changes, you know, different kinds of interpretations of rules. I thought, from what I understood, that there was a possibility that Central should have been in the championship game. Maybe to rules interpretations, that might be a reason that they're actually not. But they're not going to let that phase them. They're going to go out there with a positive mindset and give it all they've got, and just like all the other teams do in Springdale.
I know, talking to these kids this week, they're excited about this game one way or the other. They like to play football. They like to be out there on the field. So I think we're going to see some exciting action tonight by the Warriors.
Yeah, you know, and Coach Jones, he's excited about it. He likes doing this. He likes this age level and these kids. He does a great job. Coach Watson and Coach Broderick Green. You know, there's just a lot of positive vibes out there with that staff.
All right, so we're about to have kickoff here. Central is going to be kicking off to a couple of different Lakeside Golden Eagles. Can't quite get their numbers just yet. We'll get those for you. So number 17, Banks Dyer, kicks off. And ball goes fielded at the 10. Looking for a little running room right up the middle. Ball is on the ground, fumble, and picked up Central. Looks like number 16, Ben Quinlan with the recovery there. So right off the bat, early turnover for the Warriors.
You know, that's good coaching right there also. You know, Coach Jones talking to his kids before the ball game. You could tell he was telling them, hey, let's start out. You know, we're going to kick it away to them, but let's get it right back. Let's try to strip it or do something through special teams.
So we do have a flag on the play. Don't believe that's going to change the possession at all, but we'll see where they mark it off here.
It was holding against the Golden Eagles.
All right, so that penalty is declined. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at about the 23, 24-yard line.
I bet Trey Serrano's got a good chance of taking this thing around the right end for a touchdown right off the bat.
Oh, Evans is in the shotgun, looking to throw. He's going to throw deep to Luke Altum. Altum up in the air and going to have a flag on the play. So
absolutely, Joey, as a defender, if you're going to go up and face guard like that, you have to turn your head back around to the ball. You just can't face guard like that. That's exactly what happened. But if he hadn't have, it would have been a touchdown.
Penalty on the play.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Was that Luke Altum running a streak route? That was him, wasn't it?
It was.
Boy, they weren't expecting that first play, were they?
Yeah, Coach, this week having my kids outside has been such beautiful weather, and at one point I raced a couple of these football guys, but, you know, I beat the lineman out there. But when Luke stepped up to the plate, I said my hamstring was hurting a little bit. I backed down off that. So Evans takes the snap, and it's going to be blown dead.
You know, Luke's split was way tight. He cut that way down close to the left tackle there. I think he was planning on being involved in that play. They don't change their splits for no reason.
So it's going to be offside on the Eagles, so
Again,
another 5 yards there for the Warriors.
Luke is off the line of scrimmage, so he could go in motion. That tackle's eligible. Let's look for maybe a
Alton goes in motion, takes a handoff and runs right in the end zone. So great play there, Coach. You called it. Nice little reverse with a little fake thrown in there, and Alton basically walks into the end zone.
Oh yeah, you know, great execution. Yeah, I've seen them. Of course, that's, you know, Coach Wood does that. He'll have a tackle eligible. I haven't seen him throw it to the tackle yet. You know, we used to do that when I had Bray Cook. Man, that Bray could have been a great tight end. We threw a little naked bootleg to him every once in a while, and it was money.
So with that score, Central's going to go up early. It was 7:30 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 with Banks Dyer out to kick the extra point.
Took 32 seconds.
Kick is up and good. So Central wasting no time on the clock. Going to go up 7-0 early on here. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more Central Warrior football.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hard-working people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
We're back here at Har-BER Wildcat Stadium. The Warriors about to kick off to the Lakeside Golden Eagles. Banks Dyer kicks it deep to number 5. That's Jesse Rockdrick. Ball rolls into the end zone, going to be brought back out to the 20-yard line.
Well, Ione Samuel was heading down the field to cover that ball. He got held twice and spun around the second time with a full body massage. No flags on the ground. He was headhunting, though. You could tell. He was the first one down the field.
So Samuel's been one of those both side of the ball stars for Coach Jones this year as an 8th grader. Coach, throughout the night, I mean, we'll talk a little bit about this team's prospects for the future. They've got a lot of talent out there on the field.
They do, and it's not just 2 or 3 kids. They've got 3 burners that can fly. But they've got several kids at other positions that the future is very bright, not only for them as freshman team, but once they come to Har-BER.
That was number 49, looks like Emmanuel Perez on the run there.
Bring up 2nd down and 7 for Lakeside.
So it looks like the Lakeside Golden Eagles are led out on the field by number 7, Marcus Shepard at quarterback. So Shepard at quarterback, and I believe he's got Perez in the backfield with him. He's going to turn and hand it off. I apologize. That's not Perez. That is Lakjik Kananagi. We're going to say Kanangagi. My apologies if that's incorrect. But Lakjik picked up a couple yards there, so it's going to be 3rd and about 3 for the Lakeside Golden Eagles.
Well, Lakeside's offensive line, their splits are so tight. They're actually less than foot to foot. A couple of them are locking like it's a PAT, 1 foot behind the other. They don't want anybody to come up through the line tackle to tackle. Whoop, pop that one.
That's number 48, Lakjik. He's going to be across the 50, and big pickup there for the Lakeside Golden Eagles. Coach, what happened on that play?
It looks like just an inside zone, and he got back to the linebackers and just busted one arm tackle. And for a big kid, he's got a little bit of speed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was motoring there. Over the years, Lakeside's had some talent at running back that if you don't put some tackles on them and wrap them up, they're going to make you pay. So we'll watch that throughout the night for sure. Shepard in the shotgun. Going to turn and hand it off to Lakjik. And ball is on the ground again, this time recovered by the Golden Eagles. So
they tried to get that one set up by formation. They went 3 by 1, 3 receivers down here to the bottom of the screen, going from left to right in your radio dial, trying to get some backers out of the box. And number 48 looks a little bit like Jerome Bettis coming through there. A little bit. Like one leg of Jerome Bettis.
I always loved Jerome Bettis in fantasy football when he would get 4 yards and 3 touchdowns. So 48's going to run again, gets to the outside, makes a nice little cut, and got another first down for the Golden Eagles. Ball is going to be blown dead about they're going to go ahead and give him about the 31, 32-yard line.
Coach Watson will make an adjustment. He'll talk to his kids and tell them we need to tackle them down low. They're going to take a timeout right here and talk about it.
All right, with that timeout, we will stay here. Talk to you a little bit throughout the night. We're going to mention last night. This is our last night of doing football games on the year, with this being the last Central game. We do wish and hope that you join us later on in the school year when we start broadcasting some basketball games. But throughout the night, we're going to talk about this Central crew that we have here. The students put on a great show for you guys. They have all year. If you've listened to these games with us, we appreciate you joining in. And we've got some students here in the booth. They're doing producing and directing, and then students on the cameras, all directed by the wonderful Dana Wright and her program here. She does a good job of teaching these kids. Rob, I know you're a little favorable to her, but this is I'm honored to be a part of it. I know you are as well. This is a great program we got here.
Oh, I'm absolutely enjoying and honored to be able to help out any way I can.
So that's going to be 1st and 10 Lakeside on the 32. We got about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So Lakeside's putting together a nice little drive here on their first true possession of the game. Snap is high. The handoff's going to go to 48. He's going to get about 5-6 yards on first down. Rob, sometimes those first down yardage is what it's all about at this level.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people will just be a little bit reckless on first down, thinking, it's just first down. You've got some more to go. But if you can, get 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4, then you're looking at second manageable, third manageable, and, maybe 4 down. This is probably 4 down territory already.
Shepard's looking to throw. Passes up. Is going to be overthrown. Looks like, is that Luke Altum on the defense? Sorry, that's not Altum.
No, let's see. Not quite as tall as Luke is over there. But the coverage was great. He was just, sitting in his lap all the way down the field. Those HAR-BER coaches right down there in the corner of the end zone, and they got to like seeing coverage like that from an 8th grader.
I believe that was number 16, Ben Quinlan, who picked up the fumble earlier in the game.
It was 16.
So Shepard looks to the sidelines.
There's the adjustment by Central. They're putting another guy in the box.
A little bit of chess match between the two. 48 gets it, going to hand off straight up the middle. Got the first down again. So finally brought down by It's like number
run by number 48 for Lakeside. 1st and 10.
31, Daniel Esparza. So nice first down game there for the Golden Eagles, and they're going to have a 1st and 10 right at the edge of the red zone.
You got to give it to Lakeside's offensive line right now. They are holding this defensive lineman at bay, and the big old tailback, once he gets to that second level where the linebackers are, if they don't get him low, he's got a lot of inertia.
So Kanagagi takes the handoff again. He's going to get about 2 yards this time around. I'm sorry, about 5 yards. It was first down. I apologize. So he's going to be right down about the 15. Going to be 2nd and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
On Central, it's time to buckle up and see what you got right here. 2nd and 5 on the 15-yard line, left hash, going from left to right.
So Shepard in shotgun.
Look how tight those, I mean, those aren't splits. Those are just real close quarters.
So Lockchick takes the handoff again up the middle and is going to be short of the first down depending upon the spot. Looks like he's about a yard short.
See what Lakeside's doing. They're double teaming the nose guard, getting a push on him, and then just letting that big tailback find a crease. Yeah, they'll fix that up.
So a big 3rd and 1 here with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lakeside's responded well to Central's opening touchdown drive. Shepard in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands the ball off, and it's going to be good enough for the first down. So up over the 10-yard line, is going to get a 1st and goal from about the 9 for Lakeside.
That looked like a wide trap right there. The left tackle blocked down, and the left guard went behind him and kicked out, kind of like a wide trap. We used to call that giant when we were at Southwest because it was a G-pull wide trap.
Lakeside being very methodical, Coach. They're taking their time here. Central came out, scored super quick, but Lakeside's ran a lot of time off the clock. So
quarterback keeper did not work.
It's going to be blown dead. Going to be a false start on the offense, so we push them back 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 14 now.
1st and 14.
I bet you 48. Are you saying that Lockjack?
Lockett is his first name. Kanagagi is the last name.
Kanagagi. He's running like a cannonball. I know that.
I agree.
Kanagagi.
So Kanagagi is going to stay in at tailback.
Joe, Coach Clark over at Springdale is happy to see somebody like that coming out of Lakeside. A lot of promise. And again, just an 8th grader. He's a big boy.
A lot of talent in this year's 8th grade class across the board, so be something years go on. We'll see what this 8th grade class across Springdale can do.
Now they've got to get all the way down. They have to score. It's 3rd and goal. 2nd and goal. Oh, the penalty. That's why.
It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 12.
Be a good place for a bootleg.
Shepard scans the field, gets the snap. It's a little high. He's going to toss the ball to the corner of the end zone. Quinlan on the defense, and pass is broken up. So
great defense.
Yeah, Coach Quinlan did what the Lakeside player didn't do earlier, is he turned and looked to the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's feeling the pressure of the receiver on his back like that. It's just like your third hand. You don't need to have your hands on the receiver. And also the back of the end zone, actually the corner in that case, acts as an extra defender too. I mean, you've got pressure on the top. You can't just run out of the back of the end zone.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 here.
3-by-1.
So a little wildcat this time. Ball goes out to number 5, Jesse Arigdrick, and he is swallowed up. So no first down. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Lakeside Golden Eagles. Coach, you're down 7-0. It's early.
Kick it.
Down and 11 for Lakeside.
Kick the ball.
So it looks like they are going to line up to kick the field goal. Points are a premium against Central. If you're down here and you can get 3 points, I recommend taking them.
Me too, absolutely. Well, against anybody really this early in the game. And you got to go 11 yards.
Snap is high,
Blocked
and
it.
the kick is blocked. Central came through. Going to be number 3, Hayden Parker was the first one to get there. Jackson Conley there. So a couple Warriors coming in to block that kick. So
That was a fired-up defensive line coming through there. They ran through there like corn through a goose.
So that's going to give Central the ball, and Aiden Evans is going to take over quarterback, 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Aiden's going to put Ione Samuel in the right spot. Got Samuel in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers split out. I'm a 2-by-1 coach.
Yes, sir. It is the 2-by-1 and the gun eye.
So Evans is going to look to throw. Pass is going to be up, and that is going to be a penalty. So pass was intended for number 5, Jackson Conley. He was knocked down on the play about 10 yards out, so an obvious pass interference. So that's going to bring up give a first down to the Warriors and free 15 yards.
Oh, 2 flags on that one. Pick the person you want to call the infraction on. They were all over him. Looked like a little WWE double team there going on. Lakeside did a good job of reading that play. They had the receiver triple covered. You just can't push him down like that.
So Evans in the shotgun, going to try it again. He's going to hand it off to number 19, Altum. Altum hits the corner and is going to get pushed out at about the 43-yard line. It's going to be right at the chains. I believe it's going to be enough, maybe a yard shy of the first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 after that play.
That was the same play that Luke had scored on, just going the opposite direction.
So Trey Serrano's in the backfield now. A little, I wouldn't say change of pace.
Drew him
offside. So we're going to get another 5 yards and another first down for the Warriors. Coach, Samuel and Serrano, they're probably about the same speed. They just have a little bit different running styles.
Yeah, I think Ione Samuel would just assume run over you. Serrano, he's a slasher.
Serrano is the type of, that Alvin Kamara, good out of the backfield.
Oh, he's incredible. Kamara's incredible.
Serrano takes the handoff. Got a couple Golden Eagles to take him down and gets about 5 yards. So across the 50, and the Warriors have moved the ball across midfield with zeros on the clock. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds with more Central Warrior football.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitude of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
All right, we're back here at Har-BER Wildcat Stadium where the Central Warriors are taking on the Lakeside Golden Eagles. Central up 7-0 in the first quarter. We're going to flip the side of the field, Coach, and we'll see what the Warriors can do on this drive they got going.
I think they're going to start putting their foot on the gas pedal, try to pick up the pace a little bit. Probably get some of those big, robust defensive linemen a little bit tuckered out. Maybe run. I know Coach Matthews, when I was working with him at Southwest, if you looked across the line, you saw some guys over there that didn't look like that they were in great shape. He'd run sweep one way, and get those guys going left and right, and then run right at them when they're having to catch their breath. Now Coach Matthews had some really good ideas.
So Evans is going to hand off Serrano. Serrano hits the hole and falls forward for a couple yards. So going to be 3rd and about 5. Maybe 3rd and 4.
Jack Chong Gum is number 50. He's the nose. Actually, he was the left defensive end that pinched in like that. He and number 71 Javen Polite are really controlling that line of scrimmage right now for Lakeside. They did a really good job. Going to have to do something to get those guys tired.
So Evan's going to fake the handoff and throw to Altum. Altum's got a completion across the middle and going to be brought down 20. Huge game there for Altum. Coach, that was a nice little option there from the quarterback. Faked the handoff and threw it across the middle with a nice strike.
Good slant. You know, take what the defense is giving you, and when they're loading up the box like that to stop Serrano and Ione Samuel, you know, that quick slant right there is great. And being a right-handed quarterback, I like throwing it to the left. It's just real natural that way.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 19. Altum goes in motion. Aiden's hands off to Samuel. Samuel bounces off a couple players, gains maybe a yard, right up past the line of scrimmage. So
that's a tough yard to gain, too. You know, as quickly as Central scored on that first drive after the turnover, I thought maybe Lakeside would get their dauber down a little bit, but they have not. They're hanging in there. Where Central's still on the drive.
So Serrano checks back in. Evans gets play in from Coach Jones. Going to be in the shotgun. Jackson Conley in the slot. I'm going to put Serrano closer to the line.
There you go, full back out. Oh, right in between the numbers. Serrano would like to have that one back. If he'd have caught it, he'd still be running until he got to the end zone.
Yeah, I think that was a case of he might have been too fast for the ball coming towards him. He got some speed, but gotta make that completion all the way before you start off running.
It happens at every level. I mean, they'll do that in high school, college, and pros. It happens to the best of them. You just got to catch that ball with your hands and not your shoulder pads. Try to draw them off sides. Take a look at it. Check for any blitzers.
Coach, I got him in class, so I know, but Evans seems like to me he's a smart quarterback out there.
He seems to be. It seems like he directs the traffic quite well. He has all year, and he's improved as the years go. If he'd have had a spring ball and a summer ball like normal, you know, he would even be more far along than what he is now.
So that one is going to go against the Warriors. 5-yard penalty.
Oh, number 5 in the slot down here. Of course, they're going to roll out away from him.
So Altum.
Good route. Oh, what a catch.
What a catch. Nice catch. Going to run in for the touchdown. Beautiful hands there by Luke Altum. Beautiful route, too, Coach. Yeah. That was a beautiful, nice throw from Evans. Just as we were bragging on him, he zipped that ball in there, and Luke caught it and took it to the house.
The ball hit the defender in the defender's back hip, and Luke just took it right off of it and made a good route, really good route, and a really good catch.
Coach, with the 3 running backs we have, Altum, I mean, he's definitely up there on touchdowns this year, and he puts a little bit more size on him. He's going to be a player for years to come with these Warriors and HAR-BER someday.
He looks to be fairly tall. In person, in class, about how tall do you think he is?
Probably 5'7", maybe 5'8".
Okay.
So about my height.
Yeah, he's just now starting to hit that growing stuff too.
Yeah, his brother's got some height to him. His brother's a basketball player at HAR-BER, so his brother's got a little bit of height to him. So we'll see some good things, I know, coming out of him. And he's a heck of a baseball player too, Coach. I try to watch these kids over the years, and there's some competition there between him and there's a Corneliuson at our school. Miss Corneliuson, her son is, I think, the best baseball player in that age group, but Luke's pretty close there behind him. So.
What position does he play?
All over the field, but he's a center fielder, I believe,
okay.
When I've seen him. So
I could certainly understand how he could cover some ground. I have to go check out some baseball games this year once the weather warms back up. But, you know, that's the thing that's just brutal about the beginning of baseball season. It's cold.
And there's no press box we can sit in.
No, that and track season. Track's the same way. The tryouts are bone cold, and the first track meet, usually just fingers are turning blue by the time you go get on the bus.
So Banks Dyer kicker for the 8th grade, done a great job this year, is about to kick it off. The kick is a little high, a little short this time, but it's going to bounce.
Get on it. That's a live ball.
That is a live ball. I believe that's going to be Ione Samuel on the recovery. So
I think he almost forgot that it's not a punt.
Yeah, they looked at it for a second, a la, was it
Falcons?
The Falcons. Any Falcons fans out there? I know my brother-in-law will be sad me talking about them, but yeah, that was a live ball the whole time. He didn't have to wait for it to be touched, but nonetheless, he jumped on it. And
good job.
Going to be 1st and 10 Warriors.
Well, that's the opening kickoff. Central got it back on a turnover, and this kickoff, they got it back on a turnover.
So Central with 14-0 lead. They're in great field possession again. So Evans looks to the sidelines. Got Serrano in the backfield. So, Coach, looks like Lakeside's going to call a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a quick timeout, hear some word from some of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with more Central Warrior football.
If you want fast, easy, and affordable service, visit McClarty Daniel.
Keep your vehicle running like new in our state-of-the-art service facilities. We know your time is valuable. Our factory-certified technicians with decades of experience will get you in and out and back on the road quickly. We service all makes and models at our 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale. Open 6 days a week.
Visit McClartyDaniel.com to schedule your service appointment today. If you want fast...
And we're back here at HAR-BER Wildcat Stadium, where the Central Warriors 8th grade football team are up 14-0 and knocking on the door of the red zone here with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Coach, these Warriors, we knew they were going to come out to play, even though this isn't the championship game, so to speak. Coach Jones is going to send a message that he feels like his boys are, at least they did the work that they should have been in the championship game. But nonetheless, they're here and they're going to play hard regardless.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are. They're going to emulate their coaches' personalities and values and all that staff right there. That's what they do. Go out and play hard.
Evans. Looks like there's a little bit of movement there, so flag on the play. Maybe a false start against the Warriors.
That was going to be a power to the right side. When you're playing against an odd front like that, they're going to double that nose, and it creates some big gaps. But number 71, the nose guard for the Golden Eagles, this junior high roster doesn't have height and weight on it. But I don't think one person is going to move him. You're going to have to double him every time.
So Evans takes the snaps, hands off to Serrano. Serrano breaks a couple of tackles, sticks to the outside, and he is gone, Coach. No one's going to catch him on the field.
And that's what happens when you double down that nose, and then you can kick out. It's a little switch block. It's a switch power is what it's called. And you're off. That's the thing about a three front that I enjoyed coaching against is you have some great natural gaps between the nose and the end. Of course, usually there's linebackers filling down through there, but Central's offensive line did a great job of taking care of the first level and then working up to the second level, and then he was gone.
So Banks Dyer's out for the extra point. The kick is up and through the upright, so it's going to give Central a 21-0 lead over Lakeside with 5:35 to go in the second quarter. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with more Central Warrior football.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Coach, we had 7 points quick, and then we didn't have anything for a while, and now we've got 14 more on the board. So quick 21-0 here in the second quarter for the Warriors. They're putting on a show so far.
Oh, yeah. They clickety-clack just right down the field like that. I think the only hiccup they've had is trying to figure out how to deal with the number 48, the tailback for Lakeside, who is a handful to take care of.
So Dyer's going to be back to kickoff. We'll see. Central's had some good luck on kickoff so far. So kick this time is going to be a little deeper. It's going to be fielded by number 5, Jesse Arajic. And there, once again, Ione Samuel on the ball. So Samuel coming up big, 2 straight recoveries. Oh,
now, they're going to say that Ione's legs were out of bounds when he hopped on the ball. And a guy who's out of bounds can't recover it. So I believe they're going to give it to Lakeside right there at that spot. Yes, they are 1st and 10 going that way.
Well, great play by Samuel nonetheless. You know, you talked about him already on the plays that he didn't even recover it, just how quick he gets down the field. That's the benefit of being a tailback playing defense. You're quicker than the other guys even on defense.
Yep. You know, that might be a strategy that they go with for the rest of the game is maybe not kick it quite as deep, but kick it with more elevation on it and let Samuel go down there and either cover it or rock somebody's world and cover it. Knowing him, he'd probably prefer the latter.
So he is lined up, outside linebacker, comes in the backfield and makes the tackle. So
very good. Man, he read that pulling guard right there. As a linebacker, if you can read those pulling guards, they're usually going to give you a path to the ball.
So Samuel's been a highlight machine so far. Another one of those really talented 8th graders for this Central Warrior football team that we're going to be excited to see not just next year but for years to come in Springdale schools. So, Coach, we said it. They've got talent out there, and you said it right. There's not just one player. There's all across the field. So pass is going to be a little short and incomplete, so it's going to bring up 3rd down very quickly here on the Lakeside Golden Eagles.
Number 42, Jackson Rhodes, is really turning up the pressure on defense. He's just pumped up. Is he a one-way player? Does he play offense at all?
I think Jackson plays mainly on defense.
He's playing like he's got one-way energy now. He's just giving them fits. And you can see the adjustment that Central has made. They're really stacking that box. They're going to force Lakeside to beat them with the pass. They're not going to let them beat them with the run.
So Shepard goes back. Samuel's in the backfield, passes up, incompleted. That is picked. That's Jackson Conley on the reception. Touchdown, Warriors. So quick defensive score there for the Warriors, and now they're going to go up 27-0 with the extra point pending. Coach, I mean, Jackson did great to catch that ball, but who was it that made it happen?
Ione Samuel.
Ione Samuel once again. So Samuel's having a nice game here, last game of the season. I mean, he could set down now, and we've called his name more than anybody we have all year, just so far. So great play there by the Warriors. They're going to put them up 27-0, 28 with the extra point here. So Banksteyer puts it through. So with 4:45 to go in the second quarter, Central's up 28-0 on Lakeside. We're actually going to stay here because I want to get some of these students. This is our last game of the year that we're doing football broadcast to. So I know you guys out there appreciate, and we appreciate the work these kids do out in the classroom and outside the classroom to make these games possible. So first off, we've got, I've said their names all year. These two in the booth with us are super special. Producer Carter Wittenberg does a great job, and Isabella Davis. Those are our producer, and Isabella's the director. They do a wonderful job making sure these kids have the cameras set in the right place, making sure we're coming in and out of commercials, and mainly just keeping Coach and I in line because we definitely need that. So we appreciate their work, no doubt. And then on cameras tonight, we've got some students out there that are actually, filming this and getting all the action. That's Michaela Glass, Christopher Shaven, Chloe Stone, and Jackson Weber. So, Coach, I think all these kids have really already satisfied their requirement for coming. So any kid that's here doing it tonight, they're kind of doing extra. They're doing what they need to get an A in this class. So we appreciate them. So kick is off this good and successfully fielded this time by Lakeside. Looks like number 5, Jesse Eregik, gonna get tackled about the 27-yard line. So Lakeside's going to take over there, about the same field position they had this last possession. We're going to see what they can do here with plenty of time left to go in the second quarter.
35 is the mercy rule, and it starts the running clock. We are 7 points away from that with over 4.5 minutes left to go. That might happen. Let's see what Lakeside can muster up right here. It's probably going to be a heavy dose of 48.
Shepard's going to turn around and hand it off to 48. He's going to run over a couple players and get about 4 yards.
You remember Christian Okoye?
I do, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Yeah. 48 right there. He runs like that.
Well, Coach, we talk about this Central defense, and one of the key players that, name we used to call a lot on defense out there was Nash Jeffis, and Nash broke his fingers right before this last game, so he's not out there this time, and I know he really wanted to try to get ready for this game, but his fingers were pretty mangled up, so he's on the sidelines tonight. Once again, 48 takes it. We're going to call it Kanangagi. Kanangagi takes it up to about the 36, 30, maybe right at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Coach Jones very animated out there trying to talk to his defense. He doesn't want Lakeside to experience any success right here and string this drive out. Central is locking down man. They're playing man free. They got one safety. They're all up in the business of those receivers. There's no social distancing there.
So Kanangagi goes right up the middle again and gets across the 50. And, Coach, so far that running game is, Lakeside's having some success.
Hey, if you got to, bring that safety down in the box, too. Play with no safeties. I think Central, with the kind of man defense that they're playing against Lakeside, I think they could gamble a little bit and go without a safety if they need to. Next time it's in that situation, look for that safety to be walking down, play run support.
So ball is on the ground again, and it's going to be recovered by Lakeside. Coach, that safety is number 6, Cade Clinkscales, and he stopped me in the hall the other day and said his brothers beat him up the other day because I told him on the air that he said Matt was the better of the brothers, and the other brother beat him up because he said that. So I got a joy out of that the other day.
That would be Dalton, I guess.
Yes, he said Dalton beat me up because I said Matt was the best. So
I could see that. That's what Dalton would do.
So I found that enjoyment. Kanangagi with another run gets a couple of the yards back, but it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Golden Eagles here. Coach, when you've been running the ball, but you get in a situation like 3rd and 10, what options do you have? You can't just turn and hand the ball off again. You've got to maybe mix it up a little bit.
Bootleg, roll out. Screen. Those three. Well, try to draw them off sides, see if you can get a cheap 5. Maybe roll out behind this trip set down here to the bottom.
Oh,
that's a busted play.
So, busted play, and going to get a sack there for the Warriors. Going to be number 3, Hayden Parker, in the backfield, along with number 56, Quinn Napolitano. A couple of different Warriors there. 77, Luke Greep. 44, Kobe White. So good job there by the Warriors, and that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Warriors. They're going to take a timeout, and we're going to go ahead and stay here. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about, even on Lakeside's offensive possession here, you're seeing that they're calling those plays in with hand signals from the sideline. Central's doing the same thing. Is that a new trend? Is that something just, for me, I didn't start seeing that until, Gus Malzahn in Springdale. But when I was growing up, coach called in a player ran into the huddle and gave the quarterback the play. The quarterback repeated it for everybody. You broke the huddle and you went and sat down. That doesn't happen anymore at this age as much. It happens occasionally. Some teams will go huddle. But at all levels of football now, we're doing this look to the sidelines, look at our arms, look to the sidelines, and look back.
Yeah, that's pretty much the trend now. And it saves that poor wide receiver from, being tuckered out, from being the little messenger, being the carrier pigeon with the play. And that's when I was in 8th grade, I was a wide receiver. I wasn't big enough to be a running back yet, but I was in good shape. So coach sent the plays in and out with me a lot. Every other play I was in there. I wasn't going to get the ball, but I was telling them what the play was.
So punt here. It's going to be a fake. 88 is going to throw, and the ball is going to be incomplete. So they were trying to get the ball there to their cow horse, bell cow, whatever you're going to call him there, Kanangagi. Just a little bit incomplete on the pass.
Now, when I was in senior high, we were playing at Derrick's, Arkansas, and we were still running plays in and out, but there wasn't anybody else in the kind of cardio condition than I was. So even as a tailback, I was running to get the play and bring it in every play. And I came in, told the quarterback, I said, it's 48 sweep. He was all right. So we run the sweep. I get quite a few yards, go out, come back in. He said, what is it? I said, 48 sweep. After 3 long possessions, 3 first downs in a row, our quarterback said, come on, man.
Evan's going to look to throw. You're just calling the play for yourself every time?
Oh, yeah, it was working.
Serrano on the pickup there, gets a first down, so nice little play out of the backfield for the Warriors.
I like that. That's a tough play to stop right there. When you have a back out, one, there's usually an inside linebacker trying to cover him when he's running an out route like that. And two, you use a lot of times, unless you're very disciplined, you don't realize that he's running a pass route until he's already on the edge.
So that flag's going to go against Central. Going to be a holding. They're going to bring it back here. So Coach Bobby Watson out there giving his opinion about the laundry on the field. But nonetheless, it's 5 yards, and Central's going to be 1st and 15.
Let's see if we put this one in the air.
So handoff's going to be to Samuel. He hesitates, runs to the line, picks up, gets back up to the line of scrimmage. So makes up the difference from the penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Hurry up and get it, line up.
And a minute left on the clock, so a little bit of urgency here.
I would look for maybe a back out or a sweep off to this side, too.
Evans takes a snap, going to hand it off, and it's going to be a false start. So
Hayden Wood got a rolling start right there, just a little bit early. Now you don't see Hayden make very many mistakes at all, and very, very few. He's such a smart player. And there's another good athlete. I mean, he's not only smart, he's got talent too. I mean, he's a player.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this team grow and come in next year. And, Coach, hopefully we can do it with no COVID next year. Hopefully they get a full practice, and we're – I don't want to project out too far in advance, but we got to do something.
I hope we do too. It's going to be tough because basically you start your off season. You try to heal up and get a little bit stronger, get faster. February is typically when you start your install. If you do it after February, you're late up here with the schools that are serious about it anyway. Installing your offenses and defenses. And then spring ball starts right after that, and February is not a long ways away right now. 4 months?
Yeah, it'll come quick for them for sure, and there's no telling when we'll be at 4 months with COVID, but we'll wish these guys well and hope that they can, continue to play the sport they love over the next year and a half before we have to shut anything down, so. Evans going to look to throw. Ball is up in the air. Pass to Conley is complete.
Get out of bounds.
And he is out of bounds with 24 seconds to go. So
now there's a late flag right there for some reason.
I'm not quite sure who that flag was on.
That was a great route, though.
So great route, great pass, great catch. But we're going to be coming back. I'm not quite sure what the penalty is. I'm sure they'll let us know here in a second.
From where that flag was thrown. Oh, there's a flag down here and a flag near the line of scrimmage. I think maybe this one down here was just marking where he went out of bounds.
So unsportsmanlike call of some sort. Coach Jones is asking for a little explanation here. And the one that happened on the sidelines, I didn't see anything that would lead me to think that Conley was being disrespectful or, he simply caught the ball and went forward. But
unless there was a little bit of language after the play, I really don't know. That's what I would guess, but.
Well, that's a huge penalty. That's 2 15-yarders going to back them up. It's 2nd and 39 now, Coach. It's been a while since we've seen Central in a 2nd and 39.
I would work the sidelines. I'd roll out. I'd have number 5 run a 10-yard out, and I'd roll out to him.
So you're going to get at least 5 of it back on that offside.
Second down and 34 for the Warriors.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 34 for the Warriors.
Let's see what Coach Jones is thinking here. See what he's seeing. You've got 2 safeties deep. Corners are playing very loose. Of course, you know, it's 2nd and 34. Definitely a cover 4 look.
So Evans going to throw across the middle to Conley. The ball is there, but a little high and incomplete. So try to go with a quick slant there, Coach. Just a little too high for the receiver.
Good call. There's one backer in the box. Everybody's playing loose. You've got a great natural seam there for him to run that slant. It's just a little high, a little bit hot, and didn't work out. But good thing about it stopped the clock.
So 21 seconds to go. 3rd and 34. Evans going to throw it to Altum out on the side here. He's going to cut to the sideline and get out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. So 14 seconds. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Another good play call by Coach Jones. I'm always impressed with the way he does. Runs his offense. Very efficient. Simple. He keeps it simple. That's one reason they are efficient like that. It's very easy to get too complicated because there's so many things you can do in this kind of offense.
So 4th and 23. The offense is going to stay out there with only 14 seconds left. So they're going to go empty backfield. Well, not quite empty, but
quick kick.
Quick kick. Evans kicks it. The ball takes a central roll and going to be down at the 31-yard line. So with 3 seconds to go in the first half, Lakeside's going to take over from there.
Central's going to line up in a prevent defense, I'm sure. Probably have 5 people deep. With their defense, it's that 3-3 odd stack with 5 D-backs. Imagine all 5 of those D-backs are going to be loose. Well, it looks like Trey's lining up so deep, it's almost like a punt return.
All right, it's going to be a timeout, and we'll stay here with only 3 seconds to go in the first half. At halftime, we'll stay here on the field and give you a performance by some of our spirit squad for Central. The dance team and cheerleaders should be out there putting on a show for you, so we'll keep the cameras on the field for that. But, Coach, so far, I mean, before the game we talked a little bit. Both of us talked to the coaches this week, and you know, they weren't going to go out there and say it was a statement game, but, you know, 28-0 so far, it's a statement game.
28-0, and it was almost 35-0. I don't know what really happened with that miscue. I don't know. But anyway, Central found themselves behind the 8 ball and ended up having to do a quick kick punt to flip the field. There's 3 seconds left here. If it's a Wildcat package, so they've got 48, the tailback in there, quarterback now. Let's see what he can do with it. There's trips up to the right.
So, going to hand it off to number 5. He's got a little bit of room on the outside. A couple of defenders out there. Who is that, Coach?
I'm gonna whoever it is that had a solid tackle. Number 5.
Number 5, Jackson Conley.
Wow.
So Conley ends the half with a beautiful form tackle. Coach, that's how they teach you. So great first half for the Warriors. Are going to go up 28-0 on the Lakeside Golden Eagles. We're going to keep the camera out onto the field for a performance from our dance team or our cheerleaders. And Coach and I will be back in just a little while with about 10 minutes for some more Central Warrior football.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown fresh.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here.
What you know about Warriors? I got everything a little bit extra. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it.
Are you even listening? Am I talking to myself again?
Warriors!
You know I can't live without you. I'm on my knees. Where are you now? Shed light on me. You love me, say so. You love me, say so.
And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank, only in Arkansas.
Ladies, your music is on.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be. For you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas. Welcome home to Lindsay Living. From value-packed basic apartments with appliances and washers and dryers to resort-style apartment living on golf courses with fabulous amenities, you'll love where you live and play. Visit lindsaymanagement.com to apply online and see photos, rates, and floor plans for all locations we manage throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com. Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
At Northwest Health, you can check in online for urgent care and ER visits. This simple step lets you pick a time that's convenient and saves your spot in line before you arrive. It's our new approach to the waiting room. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System, Bentonville and Springdale.
At Northwest Health, we're making it easier to see a healthcare provider. Book an appointment online with one of our primary care physicians, or walk right into any Northwest Health urgent care without an appointment. Online check-in for ER and urgent care visits saves your spot in line before you arrive. With options around the region and around the clock, the care you need has never been easier to find. At Northwest Health, we're taking your care in new directions. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com. At Northwest Health, we've made it easier to schedule a doctor's appointment. Online scheduling for our primary care physicians lets you make an appointment at any time from anywhere. It's the new way to book your next visit. mynorthwestanycare.com.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious, chicken.
Welcome back to Har-BER Wildcat Stadium, where the Central Warriors are taking on the Lakeside Golden Eagles in an 8th grade football game here. Joey McCaslin with second half play-by-play with you. I got next to me my color man, Rob Wright. Rob, say hello to the people out there.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that was an exciting first half of football. Now, Central had to kick off to Lakeside to start the game, and then they stripped it and went down and scored. So that means that Central's fixing to return this one. They're going to be moving from left to right on your screen, and I bet you they're really going to try to storm down there and score, put that mercy rule in effect, and see what happens.
So you've got Trey Serrano and looks like Luke Alton back to receive.
I wouldn't kick it to Luke. I wouldn't kick it to Trey. If I were Lakeside, I would pooch kick it right over there to about the 40-yard line. Directional kick.
So kick is up, and that's what they did. Kick it over there, and going to be fielded, no return. So good call there, Coach, and that's what they're going to do. Hayden Parker on the reception there. Coach, that was a coach's son play there. He received the ball, made sure he had it, and just got down and let his offense come out there and do some work.
On the kick return, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the 38-yard line.
From the 38-yard line. Let's see what we have here. Lined up in a 2-by-1 with a gun eye in the backfield.
Oh, Ione Samuel in the backfield for Aiden Evans.
Just a power.
He's going to hand off to Samuel. He cuts to the outside. He's got a couple of guys on him. He's going to get a couple yards out of it. So use a little power game there to get 3 yards, and going to be 2nd and 7.
On the stop, 2nd down and 7.
Good run. Good run. Good blocking right there. It's just, kudos to Lakeside's defensive line. They're doing a good job. It's been I don't know. It's kind of peculiar what they're. Whoa, let's see what Lakeside's doing there. Good job. Coach Jones tried to draw them off on a hard count to see where that blitz was coming from, and it sure did show up. They were going to blitz through the B gap.
So that's number 25, Francie Harn there at middle linebacker. Handoff to Samuel. He cuts around, gets across the 50 the first down. So nice little juke there from Samuel, and he's got another Warrior first down.
Hey, does Nash Jeffers usually play fullback?
I believe he played some fullback this year, but he's mainly a standout on defense.
Okay.
Think
Ione's talking to his fullback down there, just trying to let him know where he's wanting to run. I think he's wanting to get that guy to kick out instead of block down.
That could be the case. I know Leo Bradley's in there now, and Leo wasn't in there at the beginning of the year. So you may be correct in that Nash has played some fullback this year. So
yeah, it's a big deal to a tailback when you are having to play behind a new fullback.
Carry for the Warriors.
There was one year when I was in high school that I had to switch fullbacks halfway through the season due to an injury, and it's a relationship. There's a lot of trust, and you just kind of know what's going to happen. Get a new person in front of you, it's tough. Not that other fullback's not giving 100%. It's just the little nuances, kind of knowing what's going to happen.
So Evans changes the play, and he's going to hand off to Samuel. I'm sorry, this is Serrano on the outside. Serrano's got the corner, and a little too fast for his own feet. Got the first down, but tripped up and going to be stopped at about the 38-yard line.
That cartoon when the road runner's running down and his feet are going so fast, it looks just like a bicycle wheel under it. That's what Serrano's feet were going so fast, it looked like they were just running in a circle. That's a good change of pace right there, though. A little thunder and lightning. Devon Williams, are we missing him tonight?
Yeah, I don't know, Coach. Of course, with COVID, there's always a chance that a student can get sent home because of a close contact, just to be on the safe side. So, to be honest, I don't even see him out there on the sidelines. So, passes up, going to be incomplete. So, a little underthrown there. Altum actually did a good job. I mean, he plays cornerback on defense, so he did a good job of being a little defensive back in that case and kept the interception from happening. But I don't see Devon out there, Coach, so that's another I mean, with Samuel, Serrano, and Devon Williams,
that's your
three.
The three horsemen,
I mean,
so to speak.
For junior high football, I think that's similar to that Darren McFadden backfield we had with
Felix Jones,
McFadden, and Peyton Hillis. That's a pretty impressive three set.
Very, very, very. Let's see what we can do right here. It's 2nd and 10. Let's get some of this back and make it 3rd and manageable.
Oh, Samuel right up the middle, rolls over a couple guys.
Man, I like the way he runs. He's got a little bit of a forward lean, low to the ball, low to the ground, shoulder pads in front of his knees. 2 hands on the ball. Man, all around, that was a good run.
We're going to call him the Darren McFadden of the group, coach. That upright running style and able to put a little power in with speed. So good job there from Samuel. Great job this whole year, but great job here tonight for sure.
Got the fullback away from Twins. I expect a power to the left. Let's see what we got here. Try to draw them off sides. See what they got. Man, Lakeside is packed down inside.
So handoff's going to be to Samuel. Ball is going to get about 7 yards. Coach, I saw number 75, Rowan Graham there. I don't know what position he is on that line, but he was about 4 yards in the defensive face there and blocked a linebacker that split that play open. So great job there.
Yeah, and it looks like Central's on to something now. If Lakeside is going to pack it down inside like that, basically they had a 5-man front. They've got a guy over the nose, 2 guards, and then wide ends. They're just going to run that next available bubble. You see, they're back to a 3 front now, switching their backs left and right. Ooh.
Evans going to look to throw out to Altum. Altum
pass.
gets a block and cuts to the outside. He's got 1 man to beat. He's going to be drug out. So there's a flag on the play. We're going to see it's in the area of holding, coach. I think this one's going to come back 5 yards.
Hey, regardless of what happens, from my angle, I had a great view of Aiden Evans putting that ball on a rope. Man, it's hard to just flick it out there like that real fast. And that was a good pass.
Yeah, some of the kids were talking about him as we were outside this week that he can throw the ball. They said usually in practice he can if he really hums it, he can get 50, 55 yards out of it. And for an 8th grader, that's a good alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Warriors, 2nd down and 8 for Central.
But more presently is he zips the ball in there on these little quick screens or slants, and he's got a little bit of pep on it.
Well, Lakeside's not respecting the quick out by this slot down here at the bottom of our screen at all. He could run a quick out. Outside guy could run a vertical.
So Evans going to hand off. Flag on the play. Serrano cuts it to the outside. Looks to go back inside. He's going to be brought down. Number 88, Brandon Barron on the play. So Barron getting in the backfield, coach. Might have been one of those cases of going to the well a couple too many times.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to establish a run really well right now. I think if they could run that fullback out again, that really was successful earlier.
So we've got Trey Serrano in the backfield behind Evans. They're going to mark off this penalty. Holding the penalty is declined. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
3rd down and 15 for Central.
You almost expect a pass here.
Got Hayden Wood, Tate Beam down here closest to us. He's going to be looking for Altum. Cross the middle, passes up and complete, and touchdown. No flags on the play. Beautiful route, beautiful toss, touchdown Warriors. So, Coach.
That was another pretty pass. Aiden, instead of zipping it in there, he knew that the guy was wide open. He just finessed it right into his bread basket.
So, all around on the offense tonight, defense, special teams, Central having a good night. They're going to go up 34-0 with 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter with the extra point pending. Coach's extra point, if it's good, going to put us into the mercy rule.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a sort of running clock.
So kick is up and good. Banks Dyer is perfect on the night so far. Kick goes up and good, so that's going to give Central a 35-0 lead here at Wildcat Stadium. We've got 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're going to have a running clock, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and send out to some of our wonderful sponsors here at Springdale Schools. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Central Warrior football.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Lakeside. So
Central almost had an opportune moment again on special teams. They've been really good on special teams. I think the only time they've actually had to punt, though, was that quick kick right at the end of the first half. Now, we were talking about the positivity of the coaches. It's not just the Central coaches, but the Lakeside coaches, too. And I think that all starts with from the very top down. You know, Coach Stellick is our athletic director. I don't know that I've met very many more people that are more positive than he is. He's always upbeat. I've known him for over 20 years. Well, that might be a face mask. Don't know how it's not a face mask, but Coach Stellick is always upbeat, positive, never has a negative thing to say. Now he'll be truthful with you, but he's going to try to find the sunny side of things the first time, maybe the first 2 or 3 times. But, you know, that just goes down across all the basketball, volleyball, cheer dance, all the coaches across the district.
And I feel the same, Coach, about Dr. Jared Cleveland and Dr. Todd Lofton. To administrators, Dr. Cleveland coming in this year. He replaced a legend for Springdale Schools, no doubt, and then to come in with COVID this year is his first year as being superintendent.
What a year.
Man.
He's had to really, fly the airplane while having rebuilt it at the same time. And I think Dr. Rollins saw that. He saw a young, energetic administrator, groomed him to be in this position, and he had a lot of faith in Dr. Cleveland. And he's the man for the job. He's been doing a great job.
So passes up and falls down, and it's going to be complete. So nice little play there. That ball ping-ponged around a couple times, and Lakeside comes up with it. So nice pass play for Lakeside here at 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. They've got a little bit of action, get the ball out to close to midfield.
So I believe Dana was telling me that y'all have a faculty and staff versus student volleyball game coming up tomorrow.
We do. Tomorrow during third period, our select members of our staff are going to play some of the girls volleyball. And, Coach, I was going to go out for it, but getting a little old. I can't always go do all those things I wanted to do when I was a little younger. So
it's fun to try, though.
I'm gonna watch those other adults. Oh, who's in the backfield, Coach?
Ione Samuel.
So Samuel in backfield disrupts it, but I'm going to let those other teachers go out there and, I don't have a class third period. I might just go down there to point and laugh at them as those girls are spiking it in their face, because I know that's going to happen for sure. That Central volleyball team can hum the ball around the court sometimes. So it's going to be exciting one way or the other. We're going to have students in the classrooms watching it with, once again, this media team putting on a live feed. So, I can't say enough about the different opportunities that this media team at Central gives our students and our teachers. It's an amazing program.
Absolutely. I think it'll be a good program tomorrow. I think who's the guy that's going to show up and kind of commentate a little bit at tomorrow?
Well, I don't know.
I just forgot his name. I'll think of it in a minute when I stop trying to think of it.
I do know that John Nichols is the one that
Jimmy Dykes.
Oh, Jimmy Dykes is going to be there. Oh
believe
man,
so. I believe so. Large personality. He's a great guy. He cracks me up. His dad's a character also.
I have good friends with some of the coaches, like the Springdale basketball coach, Heather Hunsucker, high school friend of mine. Little run here, we're 48, is going to get across, first down. Coach, you talked about Lakeside coaches earlier. They're going to like what they see out of number 48, Kanangagi, tonight.
Well, Kanangagi does a great job just keeping those legs moving.
That is a first down for Lakeside.
He's a big kid, and they've definitely found a talent in him. I'm sure, again, 8th grader, that he'll be even better next year than in the high school.
Shepard's going to look to throw. Ball's going to be up and incomplete, just thrown out of bounds. Pass intended for number 3, Tavon King. So King running a sideline route, and ball's just thrown a little out.
Kanangaki would make a good middle linebacker. When kids get to be the high school and you have that bigger talent pool to choose from, a lot of times those skill players move around, end up on the defense too.
So Marcus Shepard takes the snaps, going to hand off to Kanangagi up the middle, finds a little seam going, and he's going to eventually be tackled by number 8, Tate Beam.
Tate almost stripped that ball.
So Beam comes up a little bit shaky on that. I hope he's okay. Another great student as well. So they're trying to signal into the sidelines to get him out, but I think he's going to stay out there. So they're going to hand off to Kanangagi again. This time Ione's got him, so he's going to be dropped down for a loss.
Boy, if you had 4 or 5 Iones on defense, you'd be set.
I think if you had 4 or 5 Iones on defense, on offense, and special teams, you'd be good to go.
That's a good problem to have. The weather tonight's been really nice too. Last game of the year, I got to wear shorts.
Yeah, it's been beautiful weather this week, and that ball is up, and the pass is deflected by
at the last minute. That was Trey Serrano, I think.
Trey Serrano back playing a little safety DB position. So quarterback was under fire there. Ione Samuel in the backfield. Couple other Warriors there. So Shepard at least was good to get rid of it there, but incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 with about 5:30 to go on the running clock here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and 10. Let's see, no safety in the middle of the field for Central.
They're going to hand off to Kanangagi. He's going to go up the middle, and he's still on his feet, Coach. Keep them legs moving, and he's going to get a first down.
There's a little bit of beast mode going over there by Kanangagi.
Hayden Parker on the stop for the Warriors.
Central's the only way to tackle a player like that is by the ankles, and it's still going to hurt.
Lakeside's knocking on the door of the end zone here. Kanangagi, ball's going to go straight to him. He's going to fall forward. They're going to get him down at the 1-yard line. Some of the Lakeside was wanting the touchdown there, but I know this is a big play for Lakeside. They'd like to see some points on the board, but I know Coach Watson wants that defense to hold strong and keep that 0 up there.
I bet you number 23, he's not on the roster. That fullback's going to lead. I think that was going to be a quarterback keeper. And personally, I would just give it to Kanangagi again.
If it's working, it's got you down here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be offsides on the Warriors. They might get a little anticipation there of that Kanangagi was going to come up the middle, and they jumped a little early. So we're going to see 2nd and 1 here on the 1-yard line.
I would flinch too if I saw 48 coming at me.
Kanangagi was tackled, but reaches across the goal line and scores. So Lakeside Golden Eagles are on the board. So Kanangagi, well-deserved touchdown, Coach. He's fought and battled all night long, and he finally gets his points up on the board for the Golden Eagles.
Well, that's a good drive by Lakeside. And there'll be some, even though this is the last game for this 8th grade team, there's going to be some really good film for them to watch and see how they could improve in certain areas. I mean, I know it's 35-7 now, but there's always room for improvement. Late flag, there's probably some little words, heated words going on down there.
I think they're going to get Hayden Parker for running into the kicker, or hopefully not roughing, but it looked like at least. So.
You were talking earlier about how offenses get their plays in from the sideline, and typically teams don't. Especially if you run the spread and you try to hurry up, they're not going to run it in and out with a person. They're going to use either hand signals or wristbands with a menu of plays on there, and you just tell them what number. They look on the wristband and look at it. Central typically uses wristbands. I always liked hand signals. To me, hand signals allows you a little more flexibility with the nomenclature of the plays. If you want to change a little nuance on something or put a twist, it's hard to call 3B, or when you don't have a B on your wrist, but you can always add a little bit of something with a hand signal. Tough part is there's usually somebody in the other press box or on the other sideline trying to steal your plays, but you have sometimes somebody on each side of you that's a dummy, and coach might be the live one, or a student athlete might be a live one.
You're saying there's some Houston Astros on the other side, Coach, banging a trash can? So.
Absolutely. When my youngest son, Dalton, was in elementary school, I used to let him be over on the sideline, and I had colored cards, orange ones and blue ones and white ones and stuff like that. And he wasn't ever a live one. He was just a kid holding up different colored cards. And we used to get the biggest kick out of watching coaches on the other sideline try to find the tendency of what the color meant to the play, and it didn't mean anything.
So onside's going to go over to Beam. Tate Beam's going to field it and get tackled down. So
Tate Beam on the kickoff return. Stop made by number 24 for Lakeside. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
A little bit of substitution going on for Central now. But Central is so deep, really. Once they put their second platoon, I don't know that they wholesale substituted, but even if they did, they're still going to have some success, I'm sure. Because as the season has gone, this isn't the first time that Central's been able to be fortunate enough to sub in, and get their kids some quality reps. So these kids have already seen game time.
So it's going to be Evan Baker in at quarterback now. Shotgun. He's going to hand off to number 21, Day-Day. And Day-Day is going to come out here and run. And, Coach, I'm not going to try his last name this time, but Day-Day's a nice, quick. He reminds me of one of those. Who's the Kansas City running back right now? Tyreek Hill. That's what Day-Day reminds me of out there. He's a quick slash, jump, kind of move around with the ball a little bit. So be interesting to see him if he can be a complement to those other 3 backs that they have on this 8th grade team right now.
Just like I said, they've had enough game time snaps with relevant time. They come out first snap and get almost 5 yards.
Baker's going to turn and hand it to Day-Day again. He tries to push the outside, but he's going to be met by number 88. That's Brandon Barron. Barron's had a good night for the Eagles out there making some good quality tackles.
Well, 48's he'll be tired when he gets home tonight. He's playing both ways. He's a workhorse. I like that kid. I just got to learn how to pronounce his name properly.
No doubt. I think that's a name we'll be seeing for a while here, and maybe seeing him HAR-BER Springdale someday. So Baker's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Brady Clinton as his fullback. He's going to turn and hand off to Day-Day, and Day-Day is brought down this time by number 74. That's going to be Jamerlak Kabua. So Kabua gets in the backfield, and a loss for the Warriors. So it's going to bring up 4th down. So, Coach, Lakeside's still out there playing hard. They've, they got in this game for a reason. They were probably one of the top teams in the conference, but Central tonight's just on another level.
Well, Central's been on another level quite a few times throughout this season. It's a talented group. And as far as the ones of those kids that you have in class, how are they as far as students?
So far, this is a COVID year in the academic side as well. So, there's some new things we're trying and some virtual stuff. But so far, I can't complain. It seems like I've got more football kids together this year than I've had in years past, and so you get 5 or 6 of them in the class. Sometimes it can be a little challenging, but I am also quick to remind them I'm pretty good friends with all those football coaches. So years past we had a coach named Chris Thompson, a defensive coordinator, and if I had any problems with a football kid, it was a quick email out to Coach Thompson, and he was there next period getting those kids out, and they would come back to me and say, "We're sorry, Mr. McCaslin, what can we do for you?" So, but I appreciate everything that these coaches do. I mean, we've talked about them a lot all year. Broderick Green being added to the staff this year is a huge addition. Coach Watson's amazing. Then you mentioned Coach Jones in this age group. I mentioned in one of the first 8th grade games we have, this is where he wants to be. This is what he wants to do. He wants to coach 8th grade football and teach 8th grade math at Central Junior High. And as someone that Central's my dream job, I appreciate that coaches, a lot of these Central coaches could probably get jobs other places because Central's had so much success over the year. But Coach Jones wants to do this, and he does a great job with his 8th grade football team.
Absolutely. I agree with every bit of that.
So going to be a quick kick there from Evans, and ball's going to go down to about the 24-yard line, and about 57 seconds left on the clock. Lakeside's going to take over there, 1st and 10. Coach, what type of things you coach for a long time? What type of things in the offseason would a team like this that, they came up just short of the championship this year, but has still had a pretty quality season. They only lost 1 game on the year, but we've seen a lot of talent out there. What are they going to work on between now and next year to ensure that they're playing as 9th graders for that championship as freshmen?
Well, they're going to work on speed, strength, and flexibility a little bit during the off season. Player development. They are also going to make sure that everybody's grades are taken care of now that they don't have as much practice to worry about. Try to get that late fall push between now and Christmas. As a football team, basketball is just getting started. So, but those kids can get a run at their GPA before the season starts, and then they'll come back after Christmas, hopefully, depending on what the COVID guidelines are, and there'll be track tryouts and whatnot. During January, February, start installation. Get to see who's coming back, get to see, are there any move-ins coming in that you're expecting, and build on what they've done.
So handoff's going to be met in the backfield by a couple of Warriors. That was number 24,
J for the Warriors,
Brady Clinton, and number 25, Jaden J, getting disrupted in the play in the backfield there. So
I went to a coaching clinic in Dallas, and there was a high school No, it was a college. It was from North Texas. That had a little book that was called 365-Day Football Program. And I went to his session every day that week and just ate it up, man. Every single day he has in a book, whether it's pancake breakfast, car washes, how many days to spend on the blast, trap, power counter, sweep, everything. What you do in the off season. It's a year-round deal. It doesn't seem like it sometimes. Well, 35-7.
35-7. I mean, that off season you just described, these Warriors got that to look forward to. They played a great football game this year. They played, they had one tough loss, but they did really well. Come in to get third place in this conference after that loss, and come out here with a resounding win in a game for a third place division. Come out and win 35-7. I got some experience for some of their second platoon. Just overall, a great game by Coach Jones and company, and I've really enjoyed this so far this year, Coach.
I certainly have too. It's been an honor and a joy to do this with you, and then help my wife's program out a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate everything these kids do as well for for all the kids here at Central putting us on for you this year, for Athletic Director Wayne Stellick making it all possible, Dr. Jerry Cleveland, Dr. Todd Lofton, TJ Weiss, and Stephanie Hinsey at Central, we appreciate everything. We appreciate everybody out there tuning in to us this season. We hope that we don't have too many parents and grandparents mad at us for pronunciations out there, but we do appreciate you guys listening in, and we know this is going to live out there, and just a good representation of junior high football and specifically Central Warrior football and what it's all about. So we appreciate you guys, and we're going to sign off for one last time this football year, and come back and see us on YouTube when basketball season starts. We'll try to get some great hardcourt action in for you as well. So, Coach, any parting words?
No, it's just I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to doing it again sometime.
All right, for Central Junior High, I'm Joey McCaslin signing off. We appreciate you guys, and we will check you again next year for Central Warrior football.